It's VEDA Day 5!
Okay, so we have a bunch of Nerdfighters in my psych forum group and all sorts of stuff like that. Psych forum is the thing. Hello! I really hope I'm in the frame. And we're just gonna ask them how they became Nerdfighters today, because that seems like an easy thing to do. Hey, who are you?
I'm Megan.
Hey Megan, how did you become a Nerdfighter?
I was watching lots of YouTube videos, and I came across Charlie McDonald.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Charlie. And he went, he did the Nerdfighter thing once. And I was like, what is this? And so I kept on, searching, and then I saw one of John's videos. I think it was the I Like Balls video. And I was like, oh, what's this? And then I got into it, and I found that all my favorite YouTubers were Nerdfighters. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So then I became a Nerdfighter.
So you also have a collab channel?
Yes, I do. I have a collab channel, Red Submariners.
What?
Red Submariners. We kind of did a...
Submariners?
Yeah, so we kind of did a spin on Yellow Submarine and said Red Submariners.
If it'll focus, that would be awesome. And how long have you been doing the collab channel?
A year and 4 months.
Isn't that just like crazy?
I know, it doesn't even seem like a year and 4 months, but we have been, and I like them. It's been getting better and better. And them as the video have been getting better, and we just talk about Nerdfighter stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. What's your name?
I'm Zoe.
Zoe. What an interesting, I didn't actually know your name. So that's I just found out that Zoe was a Nerdfighter. Zoe, how did you become a Nerdfighter?
Mostly through her.
Okay.
Well, I watched like Charlie McDonald on YouTube because he's freaking adorable.
Because everyone watches Charlie.
And then she was like, hey, I'm like a Nerdfighter now. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard Charlie mention that. What is that? And she kind of told me. I watched a couple of the videos and I'm like, okay, whatever. And then later she was doing like her vlog and stuff.
Oh.
And she's like, hey, whatever. I'm like, how do you be a Nerdfighter? And she's like, you can just kind of be one. I'm like, okay, I'm a Nerdfighter.
If you want to be a Nerdfighter, chances are you already are one.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm a Nerdfighter now.
So, do you have a YouTube channel? Do you video blog at all?
I do not.
She guest stars in my vlog a lot.
Okay, so if you want to see Megan and if you want to see Zoe, then you have to subscribe to the Red Submariners. Bellatrix, my dog is named Luna.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Hey, who are you? Hey Yoshi, how did you become a Nerdfighter?
It's a good question. I think they bugged me until I started watching.
Yeah, the interesting thing about you is that you did not consider yourself a Nerdfighter until like the middle of the semester.
No, I was kind of in denial for a while because I didn't want to have to deal with
Nerdfighter?
Yeah, like how?
I would have had to have been into it before it was cool, and I wasn't.
You were just like in...
I was just like, I watch the videos, but I don't get into it.
Yeah.
Because
I have a question for you, Rami. How did you become a Nerdfighter?
How did I become a Nerdfighter? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I read John Green's first book.
You keep adjusting your check. It's funny. Go ahead. You read John Green's first book?
Okay, yeah, I read it and I thought it was brilliant. So I was like, who is this John Green character? I must find him. And then I went on a long and magical quest through the internet. It lasted about a couple of minutes.
Lasted about a couple minutes.
Yep.
But through the magic of Google?
Yes, and then there was the Vlog Brothers. And
so what, oh, I need to ask you guys, what year was this?
2010.
2010?
2011.
2011.
oh geez, I don't even know. Like,
Was it 08?
like around that time.
Okay.
09.
So, I was a big Harry Potter fan when I was little, and then I didn't have time to read them when I was in middle school, so I started reading, I read the last two when I was a sophomore in high school over like winter break. Before that, this was 2008, so like a bunch of Wizard Rock bands had been in Minneapolis, and John and Hank were on the first tour to Nerdfighting, and my friend, my very best friend at the time, was into Nerdfighting, and she's like, oh my god, you should totally come see this author with me, and I was like, it sounds alright, but I don't think I'm gonna go. So I totally had the opportunity to meet John Green, and then I didn't. So then finally over winter break, I got into Nerdfighting and kind of slowly worked my way more and more into the community until it became really kind of a lot. So I guess that's it. My friend, who is no longer even a Nerdfighter, is the one who introduced me to Nerdfighting.
So that was VEDA Day 5!